Hello dear students, welcome to English class. Today we will do chapter number 4 from your book Beehive. Name of the chapter is A Truly Beautiful Mind. Today we will do the rest part of this chapter. As in the previous class we have done the previous part. In that previous part we had come to know that Einstein was by birth a little bit unusual one. His mother considered him a freak as he had a little bit larger head as compared to other infants. When 2.5 years old, he was not able to speak. Then, after some time, when he started speaking, he usually but when he went to the school, he was declared by his headmaster that whatever the stream he would choose, no matter, because he would not have the success in his life. Ultimately, they migrated from Munich to Mileva after 15 years' time, and he found that the school in Mileva was little bit more liberal than the school in Munich. Then he became a college going boy at the University of Zurich. There he got one friend named Mileva Marik, who was a student of literature. Both of them liked each other, but Einstein's mother did not like the relationship. One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. From this followed the world's most famous formula which describes the relationship between mass and energy. E is equal to mc square. Here E stands for energy, m for mass and c for the speed of the light in a vacuum, that is 3 lakh kilometers per second. So when Einstein gave this theory to the world, it was a great change in the world of physics. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in the physics, his private life was unraveling. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off. So, in the beginning, just after the studies, when Einstein wanted to marry Mileva, his mother opposed her. His mother did not like her at all. But at that time, Einstein put off the marriage, put the wedding off. Later on, the pair finally married in January 1903 and had two sons. But a few years later, the marriage faltered. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. So in 1903 year, they both got married. In the beginning, some time of the married life was beautiful. They had two sons, but later on, after some years, there was problems started. The marriage proved a fail one. Mileva, who was an intellectual person, she's losing her intellectual ambition and she became an unhappy housewife. Both of them have years constant fighting and ultimately got divorced in 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa in the same year. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame. So, on the one side, his personal life was on the stake. He was having very much ups and downs in his personal lives. On the other side, his professional life was gaining one after another heights. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 formed fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. So, with the help of this theory of relativity, when Einstein proved that the theory was accurate, and by using that theory, the calculation from eclipse during the eclipses is also accurate, the whole world accepted it and declared it as a scientific revolution. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. He became so much famous. Now he became a great personality throughout the world. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the United States. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Many of them had fled from fascism, just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. So when Nazis came to power in Germany, Germany is the motherland of Einstein. When Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to United States. 5 years later, when nuclear fission in Berlin was discovered, it had American physicists in an uproar. Means the American physicists became restless. Many of them had fled from fascism. In America, there was fascism, and because of the fascism, they fled from there because they have fear of Nazis. From Nazis, and he migrated to America at that time. Now the fascists were migrated to some other countries, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned a single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own and dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. When Einstein wrote a letter to the American president about the destructive power of nuclear bomb, that letter did not fail to have an effect. Instead of avoiding that nuclear bomb, the American developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own, and ultimately they used those bombs during the Second World War in the country of Japan on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. The month was August at that time. Einstein was deeply shaken by this extent of this destruction because he had already warned the president about that destruction. And after seeing the destruction in these two cities, he was too much moved, he was deeply shaken. This time he wrote a public missive to the United Nations, public letter. He wrote a public letter to the United Nations, the authority of United Nations. Country. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact, but this letter did not have any impact. But over the next decade means a period of 10 years, Einstein got ever more involved in politics. He decided to get involved in politics, agitating for an end to the arms build-up and using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. So he entered into the politics just for the sake of the humanity, and his ideas and his views brought the effect, and he became popular by organizing many campaigns which were just for peace and democracy. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. So Einstein did a lot of tasks not for the science field but for the humans. So he tried to use his scientific intelligence just for the sake of humanity. Unfortunately, it was taken wrong in a wrong way by the government of America. So he decided to take enter in the politics, and by this he became able to create peace in the overall world and democracy in the overall world. And by his efforts till his death, after his death, he is known as a citizen of world because he was a member of world government. And then the people celebrated him as a visionary who has a great vision, of a peaceful world. They usually called him world citizen as well as a scientific genius. So dear student, we have come to know to give a physics revolution in the science, but also he made the people to learn a great lesson of humanity, peace and democracy. Thank you and have a nice day.